So before we dive into vibrato, there's a couple of things I just like to talk over with all my students about. So vibrato is very complex and it's also really versatile. We need to be able to control the vibrato rather than just kind of like have this impulsive thing going on with our hand, to be able to be super expressive with the vibrato. So a couple things to keep in mind is that the wrist always starts it'll go from this nice open shape to that more. Not all the way in like a waiter wrist, but just a little bit like that. We start always with the nice wrist there. The wrist is what initiates the movements and the fingers flex as a result. So it's a wrist vibrato is what we're doing. We're not doing a finger vibrato, it's a wrist vibrato. Takes like 1 to 2 years to make a really beautiful vibrato. It is not a microwave scale, it is a crock pot scale. So it's something that we simmer and simmer and simmer and simmer and simmer. I think my theory that I think is correct is that with vibrato, we all have some set amount of number of times that we have to do this motion. And it's like thousands, millions of times. And then once you've done it enough times, once you've done it, whatever your set number of times is, it's kind of like bam, then you're able to really do vibrato. You should be doing this at every single practice session, especially if you've come to me and said you want to learn vibrato. If this isn't just me telling you it's time to learn vibrato. If you're really interested in this, you got to be doing this every day, just a couple minutes every day, like 3 minutes. Do it with a timer so that you make sure that you do it for 3 minutes, and you don't need to spend half an hour on it every day, but doing the movement a little bit every day will help build the muscle memory. Just remember that it takes time. There's no, set time that we have to get this done by. There's no urgency. It takes everybody different periods of time to get it. We all have a different number of times that we have to do this motion before we get it. But the more you practice it, the sooner you'll get there. We want to be able to control our vibrato, to control the speed of it, whether it's fast or slow, to control how wide it is or how tight it is. We want to be able to control the speed. Did I already say that? The speed, how fast or slow it is, and like the intensity of it. That's why I do the method the way that I do it, of teaching vibrato. You are always in control of what you're doing. So up until now, your hand has had 3 contact points: thumb, magic X, and finger on the string. For a really free vibrato, we'll take away the magic X touching the side there. So this is a huge change. It can be up against it, but if it's up against it, it's like feather light up against it. You want to start practicing these things with the magic X not touching. And then as far as prerequisites before we start vibrato, 1, you have to have your violin position super secure. So, You got this. You can talk like this. You can walk like this. That violin is not moving. You want to make sure your left hand position is really good. You know, you've got your umbrella fingers. There's no tension. It's going to be so hard to do vibrato with a squeezing thumb. Nice open wrist. Definitely got to have an open wrist. You have to know if you're in tune. I'm going to have to be able to play in tune. We don't want to start adding vibrato if we're not sure of our tuning. And then shifting should be done before this. So ideally, we've worked through the entire shifting packet, but at least you're kind of solid in third position. And then just remember that vibrato is a even, steady, rolling motion. Da. Okay, so that's my preamble to vibrato.